Hey, so it's been about 10 minutes since I did the last video, but for you, it's been. I'm trying to get you to say it because it's a regular thing at this point. We're doing the MR mid-engine. Yeah, that mid-engine event. Anyway, we are using the VIS Racing MR2. I don't think I've driven this car on the channel yet. Not in this playthrough anyway. Actually, I haven't done the lap in it either because V. Yeah. Excuse me. I don't know why every single time I play this game I get really tired. I don't know why. I don't know. Last time I did it, I got really tired by the time I did the third video, but obviously that one didn't work out, so I had to delete it and do it again. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think the prize for this was a Lancia Stratos, which is a pretty rubbish car. Well, in this game, it's pretty much obsolete. You don't really need it for anything. So, no. The only thing is, this is a very quick car. Look at that. Very quick off the line. Faster 0 to 60 than a VX220 Turbo. Not many cars can say they've achieved that. Especially not from this kind of era. Now, I don't know anything about this car in real life. I think it's desperately ugly from the back with those stupid lights. And from the front, they've committed the biggest automotive sin of them all. They've got rid of the pop-up headlamps. That should be illegal. Bad move, VIS Racing. The CEO's a bastard. Anyway. Yeah, my driving was absolutely shocking in the last video. There's no reason for that. I don't know, I forgot how to drive, I guess. I think the problem is because on the laps, I don't have the line on and I have ABS off, whereas here I have the line on and ABS on. I only do that because in the laps I'm not trying to be quick, I'm just trying to be clean, because I'm not racing anyone, so it doesn't really matter if I am quick. So if I lock up and go a bit wide into the corner, or I don't know, say I miss my braking point, as long as I stay on the track it doesn't really matter. Yeah, and that's why I think I did explain this before, why some of the laps I start on lap 2, whereas some of them start on like lap 6 or 7. That's because I've had many cock-ups trying to get a clean lap. It's usually most of it is because I cut the chicane too much and get like a 8/100ths of a second 8/100ths of a second penalty, which I know isn't much, but I don't want a penalty because then that makes people think I'm incompetent and can't drive. As I say that as I'm driving with the racing line on. I have traction control off though, as you can see. Yeah, I can't believe I'm actually getting pretty close to the end of the lap videos now. I think I've just finished recording Mitsubishi, I think. No, not Mitsubishi. I've gone further than that. I've oh god, what was the last car? What was the last car I did? Oh yeah, I'm on a Nissan now. The last car I did was the Nissan Datsun 240Z. Yeah, obviously that'll probably be. Would that have been? It probably won't. Yeah, it probably will have been uploaded by now. Obviously, I will have recorded more since then, but at the time of recording this video, the 240Z was the last car I did. This car's very slow. Well, it's not slow. However, the top end isn't very good. Like, I don't know if you saw that, I was at 135 and it just wasn't accelerating at all. It took me like 3 seconds to get to 136, which is not good. It could just be because the aerodynamics, like all the body kit and stuff, is slowing it down. It is very quick in the corners though, I will say that. So that's something, I guess. Something going for it. I do look on my phone while I'm waiting for it to load. I know that's really unprofessional, but it don't matter. Right, let's go. I think the next event is the convertible event, which might be a potential problem, because I think the only car I've got is the Border MR2, which is the one I used for the point-to-point MR challenge, and it's actually the first and only race I've lost, because the car just wasn't good enough. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to try it because it's the only car I've got at the minute, but yeah, I might see how easy it is and if it's something I think I can manage. You know, it depends on the car really. I mean, the only car in the race that is probably going to be a major problem is the Porsche Boxster, but yeah, the Boxster's not as quick as the VX220, so I guess that's something, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why I can't use this. This is all, I mean, this doesn't have the Targa roof. Now that's my biggest complaint with this track, is that corner. Because I bet, now look, I don't know how that didn't damage my engine. That's quite impressive actually. I just got a bodywork damage. I am on simulation damage, by the way. I'm not on like light damage, and that. I mean, one of my brake lights aren't working. That's an MOT failure. But yeah, the car seems to be handling all right at the minute. And the worst thing is, the guy who hit me was that Vauxhall that's behind me. That poor Honda NSX. He got caught up in it and ended up, God knows where. Third, I think. I think he's third. But yeah, it was actually the Vauxhall that hit me, not the NSX. The NSX did the decent thing and went round the outside. The brakes are very good, I will say that. Yeah, that's the worst thing about this track, is that corner. Because 9 times out of 10 that happens. Unless obviously you've got quite a big lead. But yeah, it seems to be these tracks where you've got a really long straight with a really sharp corner at the end. They always overshoot it and brake too late. Because it's the same with New York as well, the longer New York track. It's got a very long straight followed by a 90-degree corner. And 9 times out of 10, someone will crash on that corner. You've just got to hope it's the car in front of you. Because then you can get past them. And I see... Okay, it does seem a bit... I mean, I know it's not quick going. So I've got to go on the inside, but that didn't do anything last time. See, look, NSX doing the decent thing again. Oh, they've all crashed. And I've blown the engine out, that's my own fault. Well, yeah, there's been an accident, so... I think that's the biggest... This is the first time we've had a pretty serious accident. Well, I know on one of the other videos, I think it was in the... Was it in the Integra? The aero... Was it the low power open? I got shoved off by a ball end and something and got pushed into the tyres, and not only did I end up in last place, it also ruined my car, so I did have to start the race again. That's the only time I've had to start the race again though. Well, 1,585. Why do I have to pay that? It was his bloody fault. No, you see, that's bad. That I'm sorry, but that shouldn't be allowed. If that was a real accident, the driver who rammed into me would get points on his license, might even get his license revoked, and then he would have to pay for the damage because he caused an accident by being a twat, braking too late. I broke at the appropriate time for that corner. The NSX did the decent thing and went round the outside. The VX220, like an idiot, didn't brake and just used me as his brake and ended up ruining the NSX's race as well. Twat, honestly. Idiot. I've been to this track in real life. This is the first racetrack I ever went to. Never driven round it, but I've watched stuff there. I do want to drive around it, but I don't know if the Citroen would have the right feel. I don't know. And obviously there's the whole thing of like, if you have an accident, your insurance won't pay for it. And knowing my luck, I will get rammed off. I out to my own ability. I'm just worried that if someone else crashes, they'll probably take me with them. Because I mean, my knowledge of this track is pretty good. And I feel like I could lap it in a real car. Not quickly, but I feel like I could make it round the track at a decent pace without coming off or having an accident. I'm just worried. Oh crap, that was an unnecessary downshift. Yeah, I just worry about if someone else who's maybe not as knowledgeable about their car or the track crashes into me. Why is the spoiler on this car so big, and why has it got them stupid roof scoops? It's hideous. It's so ugly. Oh oh dear, that was dodgy. Now you see, now this is what happens when you trust the when you get used to having a racing line. You end up trusting it, and then it makes you crash. So now I've got to overtake two cars. A turbocharged car, which is fine because I'm turbocharged as well. But then I've got to do a V6 car, which is probably the most powerful car in the race. Which is not, I mean, it's a lot heavier. Well, I've got the Vauxhall. The sort of sentence that anyone should be bragging about. Oh, I overtook a Vauxhall. Oh, did you really? What bus were you on? I'm joking. No. I'm joking. I know there are some seriously quick Vauxhall models and the VXR, especially the VXR cars. The Carlton doesn't really count because it wasn't actually built by Vauxhall, but yeah, it had a Vauxhall badge on it, so I guess it kind of counts. But it's a shame they never did. I mean, I guess the closest thing they did to the Carlton was probably the Insignia VXR, which was just as powerful. Well, not quite. It was almost as powerful, but it was a lot slower. Because it was a lot heavier than the Carlton. 4-wheel drive, which fair enough. It's called powerful car, but I think the Insignia VXR weighed nearly 2 tons, which for a car of that size is far too heavy. I mean, think about it, the Ford Mondeo, which is essentially the same sort of size as the Insignia, because the Insignia basically replaced the Vectra and the Vectra replaced the Cavalier. So the Insignia then is the spiritual successor, is effectively the modern day Cavalier. And the Cavalier was a pretty, I mean, it wasn't a bad car, it was just a bit dull, but you did have the GSI version, that was pretty good, I guess. They say I ain't going to catch it now, am I? Because of my own idiotic mistake. And this video is going to be a lot longer than I want it to be. Oh, damn it. I mean, the race is only 4 minutes long, but still. Why is this car so slow? It has 265 horsepower. That's quite a large amount for a Toyota MR2, and it's just so pathetically slow. It's just rubbish. I mean, it's very quick in the corners, but this is a very fast track. And that NSX, which is more powerful, is just better. It's probably more aerodynamic as well because it doesn't have a stupid body kit on it. I ain't gonna beat him. I ain't gonna beat him. I'm gonna have to do it again. I don't want to do it again. Okay, well, I don't want to do it again on camera because if I do it again, this video is going to be like over 20 minutes long. So I'm going to leave it there. Well, I'm not going to leave it there completely, but I'm going to I'm going to do the race again. I'm going to cut it out and then just show you the ending. I mean, I could just, you know, make out that I overtook the NSX, and I could just say, oh look, it's the first time I'm doing this race. Oh yeah, whatever. Just make out this is the first race. Yeah, so we're doing the race now, guys. Yeah, I'm in second place. No, I'm not in first. I'm in first place. I'll probably cut this out. So yeah, as you can see, we've won the race on our first attempt. Definitely didn't do it again. The NSX he crashed in the last corner, so yeah, we won it. Yeah. Yeah, we get no damage at all because I'm the best driver in the world. Obviously, we got a Stratos, which is not a very particularly useful car, but it's pretty. So, yeah. Is that a roll? What is that? Is that a roll bar on the back? I don't know. I never knew what that was when I saw it. Yeah, this video is actually 20 minutes long, but for you it will be about 17, 18. So, yeah, we're gonna do the Roadster Challenge next time, which will probably be in the MR2 border, unless it's really slow, and then I'll have to wait. Yeah, obviously some of these I'm gonna have to unlock or maybe even buy a car for them. So, yeah. If you like the video, subscribe, whatever, and I will see you next week. So bye.